back again with the Fringe look. And also Bad Batch, episode 4. People probably don't like the Fringe look that I got going on, but I don't like it either, but it's the way it came out today. It'll be fixed tonight, but unfortunately, I want to record this as soon as possible, because I'm busy tomorrow and I don't have time for editing really, so we're doing it now. Yeah, last episode, 2 things stuck with me. 2 things. One was Crosshair's got some issues to work out because he's now stuck. You can tell he doesn't want to be there, but he's stuck by his own programming. He's trapped by his own programming to keep him there with this new squad who are doing the Empire's dirty work. And he's not having the best time of it. Although, at face value, it looks like he's just good soldiers follow orders and all that shit, but for those of us who know how to read a Star Wars character in this form of animation, you can tell he's not doing great. Got this new squad who, one of them has already died, so wonder how long this squad's going to last. And they're under the command of this new Admiral Rampart. I wonder if he's going to be the new big bad of this season, if Tarkin is indeed gone for the rest of this season. The Kaminoans have also got their own plans hatching. They obviously want to keep clones relevant, because that's their whole funding, that's the whole operation, that's everything that they've got right now. It's the only thing they've got right now, and it's about to become obsolete. It seems like Lama Su and Nala Se are trying to create more genetically enhanced clones like the Bad Batch, like Clone Force 99 and Crosshair as well, and Omega. I don't know. Don't like the way they're talking about them though. They're Kaminoan property. No, don't like that. We'll see where that storyline goes. The second thing was Wrecker holding his head where the chip should be. And they were talking early on in the episode, like we've got to make sure that our chips are not like testing the functionality, of the chips in their heads, which basically makes them the Empire's lapdogs. And Wrecker is holding his head where the chip is as well, so I'm not feeling great about that. Especially after that sweet scene at the end with Wrecker giving Omega her own room for the squad in the ship. So, were they setting us up for heartbreak with that end scene last episode? I think they were. So, yeah, stressed. So, yeah, no more dilly-dally, no more chit-chat, no more bullshit. Let's just get into Bad Batch Season 1. Don't know if there's going to be Season 2, but Episode 4 starting now.
We don't have enough fuel, and we are also entirely out of rations. Without the Republic to provide the supplies, we'll have to acquire these necessities on our own. By my calculations, the closest planet is Pantora. Well, Pantora it is.
That's where Senator Chuchi's from, isn't it? Pantora's nice. We've never been there, but it's nice. I don't know why, but I was expecting a snowy planet. Remember the snowy episode we got in the first season with the Pantorans in it? So I was expecting a snowy planet.
Aren't you, forgetting something? Huh?
You could either get this or this.
Range credits.
Is that sufficient incentive?
There we go.
Word on the channels is you're looking for a certain modified Omega attack shuttle. I might not
Edit!
find it, but that information's gonna cost ya.
I'll make it well worth your while.
That's Ming-Na Wen as well. That is Ming-Na Wen. Yes, bitch! Oh, well, this episode just got a whole lot more interesting. Look at Echo's costume.
That is the only thing we have worth any money. You want to eat, don't you?
He can't really walk around the way he looks.
Not dressed like this.
He's pretending to be a droid because of his arm. This animation looks so good. How they can just blur in and out of the background and foreground. You don't want to be seen here.
How about your droid? Droid? He's yeah, give me 2,000. Give me a minute. No, you can't be serious. We need the credits. Fine, but not at that price. I am worth more than 2,000. Right. Make it 4,000.
3.5.
Deal.
We've had people selling droids before. Yeah, we've had people selling droids before, but never a real person disguised as a droid.
Oh, hey, wait!
Oh no, not good.
Omega! Hey, watch it!
Watch it. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, it's not so great, the outdoors, is it?
Are you all right?
I will report his deception at once.
I'll take your complaint.
Dear me!
Anyone else?
If you're alone, you should come with us.
Beautiful
Well, that's the
and a
best
good
offer
idea,
I've had
but
in a long time.
oi!
Citizen! Halt!
Wrecker, easy with my ship.
Your ship? A woman, highly trained. She's after the kid. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Uncle Wrecker's coming!
Well, it's not technically a ship at the moment. And unless you have a team of maintenance droids, it's going to be a while.
I can help with that. Gear up, fellas. We're going into the field. There you are.
Oh,
You had us worried. Get to the ship. I'll handle her.
something tells me it's not going to be as one-sided as it should be.
You mess with the kid, you mess with me. Ah, yeah.
I love how protected they all are. Okay. Bro!
Wrecker, where are you? Wrecker, do you copy?
You can thank me later.
Here they come. Well, here he comes.
Tuck and roll when you land, kid.
Yeah, that was that tuck and roll. She didn't tuck and roll. What's that? Oh! Oh! It's the police. Oh, and he's gone. She's deadly. I'm too stressed. And she's so badass.
My diagnostic test indicates this vessel is now operational.
Good.
Thanks for the help, boys. No! Oh, wait! Don't go! She hasn't bathed me yet! Stop!
Ah. Did you even get any supplies?
We have to find out who she is and who hired her.
Okay. I thought for a second that was Tatooine then.
The target got away. But I'll find her.
Who's she working for? Oh, that shot. Yes, yes, such a fun episode. A nice, fun episode. Bit filler. Pretty much filler, very filler, but don't care. It was good. We saw fucking Fennec. I mean, we knew we were going to see Fennec. It was in the trailer, but oh my god, does she look good. When you're trying to create Ming-Na Wen in this animation, you cannot do justice to that face though, can you? 20 minutes of Omega getting in trouble and then Hunter having to save her. It's a recurring theme at this point. I love how protective they all are of her. Like, the second they said someone was after Omega, Wrecker was immediately out there, ready to kill someone, and Tech was immediately into the security system looking for her. I just love how protective they are. It was fun to go to Pantora. We've never been to Pantora before. It's one of those few planets that we hear a lot about. Well, we've heard about in the past, but we've never been there. And it was good to see a lot of the citizens actually had the Pantoran look, the blue skin and the yellow tattoos, if that's what they are. I suppose it was too much to ask for Senator Chuchi because they're supposed to be lying low, and they're not going to meet the fucking centre of the planet, are they? And plus she's probably on Coruscant anyway. They're not going to meet, what was it, the King as well, the one who George Lucas played in Revenge of the Sith, and then who was in that one episode of this, of Clone Wars even. So I suppose if they're lying low, it's a bit too much to ask for a bigger character to show up. We saw Fennec though. It was good to see Fennec. Obviously, a character we've already been introduced to in The Mandalorian. But who is she working for and tracking down Omega? My guess is probably the Kaminoans, maybe. It's got to be someone who knows something about Omega, something that obviously we don't know. Maybe it's to do with her defects or her mutation. It's got to be someone who knows about that, but since we don't know what that is, there's no way of us knowing who the hell this person who hired Fennec could be. I don't see the Empire hiring a bounty hunter when they can just send Crosshair to do it. But it's good to see Fennec in action in ways that you obviously can't get from The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian has a pretty impressive budget, but even that can't do the kind of shit this show does. You can just do better stuff with animation than you can with live action movies. A budget for an episode of The Mandalorian can probably make 2 episodes of this, possibly. I think, if obviously you're gonna be paying actors and stuff like that and shooting and stuff like that. So I imagine you can get a lot more of your money's worth with animation than you can with live action. And I love that they brought Ming-Na Wen back to voice her. She's not exactly an iconic character, but goddamn, it would have felt weird for someone else to be voicing her. Impressive action as well. Pretty impressive action, the whole chase scene they had going. Very fun and very pretty as well. This show is so good. This style of animation looks so beautiful. Just think about how Clone Wars was in the beginning. It looks kind of... I was completely fine with it, but I could just see the improvement going through the seasons. And then with Season 7, it's on that sexy Disney budget now. And this show is starting out that way. If this show goes for multiple seasons, imagine how it's going to look fucking lifelike at the end. It's going to be like live action without it being live action by the time it reaches however many seasons. It was funny selling Echo. Like I said in the reaction, we've had people selling droids before. Like Luke basically sold 3PO and R2 to Jabba. Zeb in Rebels sold Chopper, and they were doing this with Echo, but obviously this is different because Echo's actually a person. Makes sense why he'd have it. His costume looked so good. It's so smart to disguise him as a droid as well, because you can't exactly hide that hand, and plus even if he takes his fucking mask off, he's still got all the cybernetic implants in the back of his head and all over his body, so it's probably best to disguise him as a droid. He is basically I wouldn't say he's the droid of the group, but he's got the droid capabilities of the group. I don't know, I suppose I'm just waiting for Echo to really shine in this show, because Echo is obviously the one that we know the most because of our history with him in Clone Wars. I suppose I'm just waiting for... I don't know, I'd like to see Echo's, like, how he feels about what happened with Fives and everything. I'd like to see how he feels about all that. If Rex shows up, then we're going to get something like that, because him and Rex obviously have history. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Echo to put his mark on it, because we've got a lot of stuff with Hunter. Wrecker is just... His wholesome comedy and badassery. We've got quite a bit with Tech, and Crosshair is the villain, so I suppose I'm just waiting for Echo's moment to come through. Because sometimes it feels like he's just there. I had a good time with it. It's filler, don't care. It was still good. It was very pretty. It was very action-packed. I loved it so much. How does Fennec take out Wrecker in one move? Bro, we've seen you push tanks off of cliffs. I suppose it just shows how badass and deadly Fennec is. Obviously, we know she's not going to die. Her and Tarkin are probably the only characters in this show that I know are not going to die. Good episode, filler, but don't care. A lot of action, a lot of fun. Very nice, very pretty, very colourful. Love it. And we got Fennec as well, so it's good. It's good all round. I loved it. Crosshair is effectively a part-timer in this show. He's only been in half of the episodes. But anyway, that's all we've got for this week of The Bad Batch. Until next week, we are over and out. Bye! I'm doing things wrong.